This is the project we're going to do today. I'm calling this one Riding Side Saddle by Daylight. And I wanted to do this one because I had done the same design previously. This was on Dollar Tree poster board. And I wasn't really happy with how the lady riding side saddle turned out. And so I wanted to repeat it with just pretty much a daytime scene instead of trying to make it a nighttime scene. And this is also done on Dollar Tree poster board. And so let's begin. Okay, I've got a piece of poster board here that I've cut down to size. I'm using the glossy side of the poster board. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to ink up the girl. Okay, now I'm going to use some Winsor & Newton masking fluid, and I put a little bit into a tub here, and then I'm going to use some stylus tools to apply it. And so I'll use one with a medium-sized tip here, or a small-sized tip, and just smooth it on her. And I want to make sure that I don't go over the edges. Okay, for the legs I'm going to use a smaller tip. Okay, and I'm going to give this a chance to completely dry, and when it's dry we'll be back. Okay, I think it's dry. And so we're going to stamp the horse and rider. And so I'll ink this up. And then I'm going to remove the rider. Okay, and now I want to mask off the horse. Okay, and now I will give a chance for this mask to dry, and we'll be back. Okay, I think that's about dry, so next I'm going to ink up the pathway and the mountains. Okay, next I will ink up the trees. Okay, now I'm going to take the little row of fir trees. Now I'm going to take the filler grass, and I will put a mask by the hillside here. Okay, and before I start inking on the background, I want to color in the trees with some Copic markers. So I'm going to start with these trees over here first. I'm going to use YG21, YG21, G21, G24, and G28. Okay, for the trunks of the trees, I'm going to use some E55. Okay, I'm going to use some tiny rocks my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm just going to add some of these tiny rocks here. Okay, I'm going to start applying some ink now to the background. For the sky, I'm going to use Memento Summer Sky, Bahama Blue, and Danube Blue. And I'll start with the summer sky. And I'm going to use some makeup brushes that I got from Amazon. And then just brush it onto the sky here. And also brush some of this summer sky just into the ground below also. And I'll just clean off the brush on a dry microfiber cloth. And next I'm going to do Bahama Blue. And now I'll do Danube Blue. Okay, now I'm going to take my cleaned off brush and just kind of go back and forth. Okay, now I'm going to take some desert sand and just start adding some brown color. Okay, now I'm going to take my medium-sized long skinny brush and I'm going to add some rich cocoa. Okay, for the grassy areas, I'm going to add pear tart, new sprout, bamboo leaves, and northern pine. When I am applying the color around the masked off area, I'm just kind of patting it rather than doing a vigorous rubbing because I don't want to rub off the mask. Okay, next we'll do the new sprout. Okay, next we'll do bamboo leaves, and I'll start working with my medium-sized long skinny brush. And finish off with northern pine. Okay, I'm going to take my glue eraser now and carefully remove the mask. Okay, and I'm going to re-stamp the lady. Okay, and then I will reapply the paper mask that I have made for her so that I can re-stamp the horse also. Okay, I didn't realize there was a piece of mask left here, so I'm just going to color this in with my Memento marker. Okay, I'm going to take my Copic marker YR21 and start to color in her dress. Okay, this marker was overfilled, so I removed both ends so it doesn't glob. And I'll use EO1 for her skin. Actually, I got some orange on her arms, and so I'm going to use the colorless blender. And I'll also use my Memento marker, this part here that's kind of white, and just color that in. And also darken her shoes. And I'll also use my Memento marker to color in her hair. And I'll use some Memento gray flannel and the long skinny brush to put a shadow underneath the horse. And I'll also use this for the shadows of the trees. Okay, now I'll use my Jelly Roll gel pen to add some highlights. Okay, next I'm going to stamp some grasses into the foreground, and I'll just use my Memento Tuxedo Black for this. Okay, and I'll continue with my gel pen highlights. See, and I want to continue the mountain down here. It's kind of chopped off prematurely, so I'll just and I'll also use one of my Zayar paint markers. This one's kind of a pinkish, to add some different color flowers also. And so this is what it looks like after I've added the little flowers. Okay, and now I will sign and date it. Okay, now I'm going to give the paint marker a chance to dry really well, and then I'm going to go out and spray it with the protective coating. And we'll be back. Okay, and I think I would like to add some Hero Arts Unicorn White Pigment ink. I'm going to try and add a very, very, very light amount to just kind of add some fog. Okay, I brought it outside and I'm going to spray it now with Krylon UV resistant coating, and I'll just put some very light coating on it. Okay, and here is the final product after it's been sprayed, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!